I'm still congested up and down and turned all around, but I feel like I can do a report today. Thank goodness. I believe this is seasonal allergies because we're heading into spring and of course all the pollen's in the air, and ugh, I always get congested around this time of year. So I believe it's seasonal allergies. I got some Claritin yesterday. Well, generic Claritin. This is not sponsored by Claritin. And after that, it just went on. After that, I seem to be breathing better. I'm less congesty. The mornings are still awful for congestion, but other than that, I feel okay. So what we're doing today, quest-wise, and while I'm doing this, it is today's news of Warcraft, so you're gonna get news. You can get over it. This is where you get this quest for right next to Haughty Modeste, or is it Haughty Modest? I don't know. Some of these names have interesting ways you could pronounce it, like Tanaris or Tanaris. Not sure, but there's a troll there that gives you the Screecher quest, and then you get to wave a stick over them after you get rid of them, and then you get to collect them. Gotta catch them all. Alright, there's one now. But I'm doing quests that I've not done. I've never done this quest before, even in other versions of the game. Like, well, you silenced me. Even in other versions of the game, like Burning Crusade or Cataclysm, never did. I never did, okay? So, let's just do that. I might switch my utility seal out. No, I shouldn't. No, because I don't have that one updated. Oops on me. Well, but anyway, let's do this. Let's get this Screecher down. And then I'm going to use the utility ring, finally. Oh, I got target you, don't I? Okay. There it goes. And then I can left trigger A to get the spirit. Okay. So that's how I did that. But right now, let's talk while I'm getting these guys down. And I'm going to get onto the earthquake in Myanmar, formerly Burma. Do you remember? I don't ever remember it being called that. I don't ever remember it being called that. When did it must have changed before. Let me see here. When did it change? Oh, I don't know. I don't know, but it's bordered by India and Bangladesh, as we all know. And in this earthquake, I'm telling you, I saw there was this video where, well, actually, wait, I'm not going to get to that video yet. I'm sorry. I kind of goofed up on my timing. Over 1,000 people are no longer alive. That's because of that. Okay? 1,000 people. I mean, wow, right? So, I mean, this is a catastrophe. I mean, it truly is. But, earthquakes do happen. It's in the Ring of Fire. That Pacific and Indian Ocean Ring of Fire, it is real. There's a lot of earthquakes and volcanic activity that happens in that area. There seems to be a very popular spot for it. But it doesn't excuse the fact that 1,000 people are no longer alive after this cataclysm. I've thought about going to Cataclysm, actually, here. So I could do the opening goblin one because it's just plain fun. And let's heal ourselves up really quick because I got my 3 Screechers. That's all I needed. See how easy that one was? Now here, though, is a meh moment because of the fact that I have to do these to get the power, to get the cores. I always like doing this one first before the giant zap, but I never did it in Vanilla WoW. I did this one first, I think in late Burning Crusade. I was getting an alt up, and I got bored, and I said, I'm just going to, might help if I can talk, right? I said, well, I'm going to try this, and I'm going to come over to Feralis, or Feralis, or whatever we're going to call it. We need a pronunciation guide. You see, and I always have to heal, too. And they will always have a pushback mechanism. I'm going to get a drink of coffee here, and then I'm going to go back to the earthquake, okay? Oh, goodness, yes. So back to the Quakey. Back to the Quakey Quake. Over in Myanmar, formerly Burma. But there was this video, and I saw it on CNN, and if you have not seen this video, wow, it's huge. Go to it. There was this multi-story building over there, okay? And what has happened was the earthquake caused it to collapse. And it looked, I'm not saying it was, because I'm not going to do a conspiracy theory on this, sorry. It looked like it just pancaked, boom, 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 all the way down. Just like the towers did on 9/11. And I wanted to really hit that for a minute. Let's get a bite here. We'll rebuff up. But it looked like how, on 9/11, when the planes hit the towers over in New York, and then they pancaked all the way down. And it looked so much like a, quote, controlled demolition, quote, that it launched all of these conspiracy theories about that building, about the buildings collapsing. And I'm still concerned over Building 7. Oh, no, you don't. So I'll just go ahead and lay that down. I'll do a single target just once. And it's what it exactly looked like. The pancake effect happened in Myanmar right after the quake. See, I don't care if I get the frostbolt one. If I get that one that bounces me back, I'm going to dispel that. Stop it. Ugh. Gives me at least a couple of seconds, right? Yeah, but it is so fascinating to see that collapse, because it kind of reinforces that official account that, yeah, it can pancake spontaneously. It was a spontaneous pancaking, which was so interesting to see, even though there is a very good chance there were people trapped in that building, just like on 9/11. But the pancake effect was real. There may or may not have been a little puff out some of the windows, like you would see under controlled demolition, but that's just from the compressed air as the floors go down on each other. So if you have not seen that video yet, go and do it. Go watch it, because it's worth your time. This one's worth your time and effort to go see. So go to CNN.com and see that video. But I got to complain about CNN later. That's a whole separate report. It's going to be a rant, but I'm going to try my best to stay on topic today. And on the Myanmar earthquake, we have, of course, Donald Trump, the president of these United States of America. Oh, no, it's going to drop off. It did. Oh, poo. He says he wants to help the victims of this earthquake in Myanmar. If only there was something in the U.S. that provides aid for something like a disaster, like an earthquake. If only there was a way for the U.S. to aid another nation in need. is there something in our federal government that could offer U.S. aid to the people of Myanmar? Gee, I don't know of such an agency anymore in this age. A USAID official wants to know how Donald Trump thinks we can do it. The system is in shambles because of him. We're not going to be able to help them, and he's going to say because it's this big failure of big government and we need to cut even more. You know the narrative. You know the narrative. There's no reason to even think of it any other way. You know this frickin' narrative by heart. Our system is in shambles. Search and rescue teams normally would be on their way, like right now. Right now. Absolutely, utterly right now. My God, these things are hard. But much of that well-organized help has been destroyed. They use the word decimated, a quote from that official. Quote, mass firings, forced leaves, and thousands of abrupt contract terminations have thrown much of the global aid and development work into crisis, with U.S. partners scrambling to fill the hole left by U.S. aid and the billions of dollars owed for past work, per the Associated Press. You know, the people that are trying to resist Donald Trump, unlike other networks. This is what happens when you don't know what the sprock you're doing and then moving. So rather than moving carefully and deliberately, you buzzsaw, indiscriminately hacking and slashing at U.S. aid until nothing remains. This is the result of Elon Musk's quote-unquote empathy. Feel empathetic. Or are you just going to send them your thoughts and prayers again? Thoughts and prayers, thoughts and prayers, thoughts and prayers. The American voters who voted for this man just absolutely, utterly disgust me. And now we can't even effectively help other people in the world or even ourselves. North Carolina, you know, that same spot that was hit by the floods in the middle of Donald Trump country, big old ruby red USA. Y'all are now on fire. Enjoy it. I'm sending you thoughts and prayers. Did it put it out? Did my thoughts and prayers put out your fire? Oh no, it didn't do that now, did it? I'm sorry, my prayers weren't answered for you. So we've got one more water core left. Again, our story for this round is about the earthquake in Myanmar, how 1,000 people are no longer alive as a direct result to this. And because of Elon Musk, the United States government and U.S. aid is effectively crippled. We are crippled. Absolutely, utterly crippled. Now, I'm hoping this is going to be the last one that I need. We're doing it. You know, it's absolutely crippled. And this is Elon Musk's idea of empathy, or the lack thereof. During the Nuremberg trials, did you know one of the biggest things that the psychologists found out about was this lack of empathy. In every single one of those World War II Germans that were put through the Nuremberg trials, every single one, the psychologists found had a complete and utter lack of empathy. Elon Musk says our problem is there's too much empathy in the world. Gee, I don't know who you're aligning yourself with there, dude, but I kind of feel bad for the people over in Myanmar. I feel really bad for them right now. You know, maybe that's just my empathy talking, I guess. Stop it. Let's hope this is the last of the 10. We had a really good run of luck, and then it decided to go all over the place. Nope. You know, at some point we'll get that 10th one. At some point we will get number 10, right? Right. And I'm just going to stay right here until we get number 10, because why not? We completed both of my quests that I was doing right here, and, you know, I'm going to single target it because these are so god-awful to get rid of. I hate dealing with frost things because all they do is slow you down. That's right, frost mages. I don't like you. If you ever see me, you could frost mage me to death. It would not end well for me. I'll be able to get this one done without big problems. So why don't we just do this? Let's hope this drops number 10. Oh, come on, number 10. Come on. Oh, no! No, that is so not fair. That is so not fair. I need one more. Come on. Well, I'm drinking up. I'll see if there's anything new about the earthquake. So, let's see here. They're doing satellite images over at CNN. And, oh, no, it's more than 1,000 now. I just saw the count. The count of people that are no longer alive, it's way more than 1,000 now, and I'm so sorry to anybody that was found since yesterday, because I was under the impression that it was still around 1,000. It's now over 1,700 between Myanmar and Thailand. Sorry, I wasn't keeping track. Okay, it's my bad. So we're up to 1,700. They're saying there are some people talking about it. Oh, I'm out of quote-unquote free articles. Hold on a minute. To circumvent that, and it's especially true if you're on an iPhone of any type, you just open a private tab. Yes! So you open up a private tab, and then you're able to circumvent. So there's voices coming up here. We'll do this. We'll turn this one in, and then we're going to hearth back. Yes, I think it'll be easier for us to hearth back to turn in the screechers. Then I can show you where to go, right? Because I am not waiting for that boat. Now, if the boat magically appears in the time that it takes for me to turn this in, and it's not, it's over there permanently entrenched. Yay! Something to sell. Oh, I can do it again. I forgot that. That's repeatable. Okay. I didn't know. I just plumb forgot. I've never done this thing before. I want to know what it looks like. I know. Let's look. Nah. I wouldn't like it. It's not me. Oh, wait, no, the boat's coming back. No, the boat is coming back. The boat's coming back, so this is going to be worth the wait. Then I can just fly back out there. And while I'm in flight, or while I'm waiting on this boat, I don't like this zone just because of the boat. And I'm not going to reset my hearth. Jump. I'm not going to reset my hearth to Feralus, Feralus, whatever you want to call it. So let's just see here. Here's what we know so far. Wow. The quake out there had the equivalent of 334 atomic bombs. A lady living in Mandalay said it hit very strong and very fast. Well, earthquakes do tend to. The door couldn't open as a fence had collapsed onto it. Oh my gosh. I shouted out for help. My husband came out from the street. He jumped in the door. He jumped on the door and managed to open it. So he was able to kick it open. A former lawyer did not want to give their name, told CNN 3 members of his wife's family are no longer alive because of that quake. Until now, this is what he said, until now we have not been able to recover their bodies from the rubble. Another one says when the buildings collapsed, many Muslims got trapped inside, causing people to no longer be alive. In one mosque, there are more than 100 injured. Wow. This must have hit, but did it hit during a prayer time? Did it hit during one of the times where if you are Muslim, you're supposed to be praying around that time of day? And if that is, oh my word. There was a nunnery, Nong Ia Yin. A 34-year-old says, luckily no one died, but 2 were badly wounded. One of my nieces, aged 11, lost 3 toes. And another nun had her head broken, as well as one of her legs. Good heavens. Wow, right? And so this quake is certainly, it is certainly bad. So we'll go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and get the screechers turned in. I'll do an outside of this report, but I wanted to show you here. You come back here. You have to fly back to Gadget, and that's where you go. And then you get, is that a dungeon? Ugh, I hope it's not Mara. If it's Zulfaric, I stand a chance of saying something nice in chat and getting someone to run me through it. But, no, it probably isn't. It probably isn't. But anyway, we've gotten through the boat ride. Where's Feathermoon? This is the worst part of the zone, is the frickin' boat. It's the boat. And I wish it would run faster. Like, you have 5 seconds to get on the boat, and if you don't get on the boat, you're just out of luck, and then it goes out. Excuse me. Allergies striking in. But in any event, for today's news and Warcraft, this is Turkeytentia. Stay safe if you're in Myanmar, and I hope you have a great day and great gaming. Goodbye, everybody.